What's good, YouTube? Fulan Speaks back with another video, man. Listen, Clarkies, man. I've been trying to tell y'all, man. All these guys out here, these content creators, they're just blowing smoke all up your backside. That won't tell you what it is about the game, especially when it comes to your favorite player. They ain't what it is, man. Listen, Caitlin Clark just appeared yesterday with on Bird and Taurasi's, commentary that they do for the championship game, and she was asked a series of questions, man. And lo and behold, man, hater Fulan Speaks and other brothers who I'm not going to put out here, but who've been saying some of the same things I've been saying about her and her game. Lo and behold, man, guess who Caitlin Clark agreed with? Caitlin Clark agrees with me. Agrees with us. All of y'all out there trying to, because I seen one dude, right, that gets all these views, all these likes and all that kind of stuff, talking about Caitlin Clark is actually not bad on defense. Type of absurd argument he's trying to make. She's actually not bad on defense. He finds about like 5 little plays when she got a little block, play a little passing lane, got a little steal. You know what I mean? But let's get to what I'm talking about, man. Listen, Caitlin Clark was on there with them, and they were talking about the games. The first question they asked her about, or one of the first questions that led into what I'm interested in, they asked her about like Paige Bueckers' game, and the first thing she acknowledged about Paige Bueckers, she said she's a 3-level scorer. Which lets you know right there, Cece already got the basketball mind of how they think, like 3-level scorers, 2-level scorers. And she also recognized that that's not what she is, right? When she started talking about what she plans on doing her second year. Diana Taurasi, who all of a sudden is just a nice lady now. She's a nice retired lady. She's no longer, just mean towards players and stuff like that. And I hope y'all out there give her credit. I see y'all right now acting like she just was so fooled by Caitlin and this and that. No, that ain't that. It's just that Diana Taurasi, a player, so to her, you got to prove it. And lo and behold, Caitlin proved it to her. And that's what's up. You know what I mean? So she should get credit for that. You question somebody, it's okay. You prove yourself, and now she's giving her props. Good for Diana. You know what I mean? But at any rate, when they asked Caitlin Clark about what she'd been working on, she mentioned hitting the weight room. A lot of y'all exaggerating, like all of a sudden she just this hulking beast, like she the size of, Rhea Ripley or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what y'all talking like. But cool. She had a little strength. That's all good. That helps. She mentioned help her to play through contact. That's one of the things, right? That some people mentioned that she got to improve on. It wasn't a big thing for me because I feel like that's going to happen anyway. As you get older, you get stronger. But what did Caitlin Clark mention? She mentioned that last season she didn't like taking mid-range shots, right? So she's working on all types of reps for the mid-range to improve. Right, so all you out there listening to these Glazers that won't be honest with y'all because they're afraid that they're going to lose your subscription. They're going to lose your, this and that. They're going to be called a Caitlin Clark hater, and this causes them to lose all their subs. Them people blowing smoke up your booty holes, right? Whereas those of us who being honest and all that type of stuff, Caitlin Clark agreeing with us, right? She agreeing with us. She said she need to work on her mid-range and bust so many words. And she also said I wanted to add a floater to my game. These are the things she's working on, right? So what we're going to find out is that the real basketball people out here, who really about the game, like myself and others, who going to analyze games without emotion, without fandom glory, with complete open eyes, right? Seeing what's really happening in front of us, come to find out, your girl agreeing with us. Ain't that some shit? Caitlin Clark agrees with Fulan Speaks, okay, and his affiliates concerning her game and the weaknesses in her game, right? Now, she could have mentioned that she need to cut out them damn turnovers. She ain't mentioned that, but I don't know. Maybe she don't think that's a big deal. I don't know. Stephanie White need to coach that up out of her if that's the case. But I'm gonna add this too though. I'm gonna add this. I ain't even gonna hold you. If Caitlin Clark successfully adds an effective floater to where when she's dealing with that second defender, that help defender, and she can float that ball over that help defender. And if she gets a mid-range similar to like Paige's, it's gonna take years to get that to get it down like Paige's. Paige's stop and pop game is damn near perfect. But if she can get close to that, yo, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all yet. Now y'all talking about she might really be up there in the top 10. She might really be able to get up there in that top 5. She might really be able to get some legit MVP votes if she adds those things. I ain't even gonna hold you. You know, I'm be scared to death when Chicago facing that Caitlin Clark if that happens. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? She's gonna be a lot harder for DeJounte to stick when she face Dallas. She gonna be a whole different player. Trust me. If she add those two elements. Right now, the other thing, I felt like she need to add maybe a little Euro step and all that. But you know, we take baby steps. If she could first add, if she can add a better layup package, she can add a floater, she can stop and pop on twos. Then I'm gonna get closer to thinking y'all hype game is a little legit. I ain't even gonna hold you. That's gonna be a scary ass Caitlin if she do that. You know, now the other element, man, that I like, you know, she praised Stephanie White. You know, so that's important, man, that she listen to Stephanie White. I'm telling you, you know, don't have an attitude when the coach getting in your ass. You know what I mean? If the coach even decides to say something to the media or whatever, it is what it is, man. Like, you got to toughen up while they and handle your business, you know. So that'll be better for you Fever fans if you have a coach that y'all actually respect, you know. Because there's going to be bumping heads. There's going to be times where Caitlin is in the wrong. Okay, and the coach got to correct her. And if y'all really good fans, y'all will hold her accountable for that too. You know, I saw the same thing with Allen Iverson, you know, who was a rookie sensation. I'd argue bigger than Caitlin Clark, you know, when he came in. He was able to do a lot of that stuff, play one way under Johnny Davis, who was here. Then Larry Brown came. Larry Brown gave him a green light, Larry Brown was building a different type of team around him. He had certain expectations for him, and they bumped heads a lot, you know. But what happens in the end? You know, the coach, you support the coach, and then in the end, Larry Brown helps Allen Iverson get to a finals, you know. He ends up respecting Larry Brown. You hear Allen Iverson speak to this day. You know, he will credit Larry Brown for much of his game, man. God showed him things, even though he thought he knew that, because Allen Iverson knew the game, but it was more of an instinctive thing. You know, this guy opened it up for him. And as smart as y'all think Caitlin Clark is, she don't know more basketball than everybody. Like, y'all was crazy last year acting like she knew so much more than Christy Sides and all this kind of stuff y'all were talking, man. Y'all dudes be tripping. So, she don't know everything, man. Y'all should put it on her to listen to a coach, man. You know, don't make content out there where you want to get rid of the coach. What are you on? You know, rookies don't know more, no veteran coaches and stuff like that. So, she listen to a coach. She do that. Buy into the defensive side, improve the defensive awareness, and do those things she mentioned that she's going to do. Fever could be dangerous, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You know, I'm be looking out. I'll be watching. So yeah, Caitlin Clark agrees with Fulan Speaks, whether you jokers like it or not. Peace out.